Fijian people have a word called vanua, and it means the land and the people. We are tied to the land, and the land is tied to us.
We're here at Nakanacagi Cave in Fiji, and this is the last known maternity roost for the Fijian free-tail bat. This is the only place on Earth we know where this colony is. If we lose this cave, it'd be just devastating for this population.
The bats belong to the people of Fiji. What we've brought to this has been the greater global perspective on how these bats fit into the larger biodiversity picture to help them just understand the context of why these bats are so important.
Okay, first, as a Fijian, part of our identity, when every Fijian is born, they're born with an animal and a plant. That's part of who we are. There's a direct link with the land. So the Nakanacagi community, they are the traditional custodians of this land. They are the ones that's going to ensure that we look after this place. We've been working with the Nakanacagi community for more than a decade now. And I believe the fact that we honor and we respect traditions and we follow protocols is one of the reasons that speaks to the success of the project.
BCI have been working on this project for about 10 years now. We came in and have just spent the last 10 years working with the community. This project is actually less about bat work. I very rarely ever go into this cave. I spend way more time in the village having the sevu-sevus, which is the traditional meet and greet, and also just sitting down and listening to people's concerns and also just explaining to them the significance of the sites. They did not know how important this cave was at an international level.
The Nakanacagi Cave is the only cave that we know of in Fiji that holds the Fijian free-tailed bat. And because it's the only cave, if anything happens to it, that means the species is doomed. The Fijian free-tailed bat, I think, is the prettiest bat we have. It looks like a bulldog, like the face is so cute. It has nice big ears and like ripples around the lip and nice cute small eyes. I've always wanted to be able to give a number to sort of highlight how much these bats help. And they're feeding on about, and this is a conservative estimate, about 250,000 insects per night. And I was so excited for that because, that's such a big number. And for such a small bat, they are endangered. It's a very small number, but they still do so much.
As I think all of us know, you can't remove people from nature. We're a part of nature. Like here we are in this landscape, and I think all of us are living at different connected levels to the land. The villagers at Nakanacagi live very close to the land, and they rely on all of the crops that they're growing and what nature is also providing out of the river and out of the oceans. And so having a species of bat that's living in there that is also providing a pest control service through that, the connection is, it's there, it's perfect, but it could not be done without the support of the local community.
When I started my studies in 2020, the Nakanacagi community Fiji was being hit by a number of devastating natural disasters, and one of the cyclones that hit them caused major damage in the community. They had to evacuate their homes, and they just all congregated in the village hall and church while they watched their homes being swept away by the rain and strong winds. With the help of the bat family all over the world and Bat Conservation International, with donations that came in, we have been able to reach out and help them with food rations and building materials to help restore the community. Conservation isn't just about animals, it's also about people and how it's a full circle kind of thing, Conservation doesn't work without people, and the fact that we can help people during the hard times like that, I'm very happy to be part of it, yeah.
The villagers at Nakanacagi have been literally side by side with us every step of the way on this project. Literally as simple of them extending a hand to help pull us out of the cave, setting up the rope to help us get into the cave, helping set up nets and everything else. The Nakanacagi villagers have been here for a very long time, and they will remain here for a very long time. It's only right that they resume full stewardship of the resource that's in there. And that feels 100% right.
My name is Sanaila Tawak. Yeah, I'm a bat ranger. So I'm looking after the Fijian free-tailed bats because it's in our place, it's in our village, it belongs to indigenous people of Nakanacagi. 2 days ago, the chief was using his own language and he was presenting the tambua. And he was saying that the protector of the bat, it's not the people from outside. The protector of the bat, it's our kids, it's us. We said to the kids, the people of Nakanacagi, the importance of the protector of the bats. Then if we said to the kids, then they'll go on, they'll sharing over the importance of the protecting of the bats. I was looking forward to that with all of the people of Nakanacagi to become as one, to be protected the bat sanctuary.
My hope is that we understand that they're here for a reason, that we help them help us. You know, we grow up and there are mango trees and pawpaw trees and coconut trees, and we don't realize that that wasn't always just there. It was the bats and birds, and they did the planting for us, for our forefathers, you know. And yeah, if we save them, then they save us.